Hi everybody, and welcome to my attempt at this week's BBO weekly free instant tournament. Weekly free instant tournament. Yes. And the history up. So 8 boards, match points, and nobody's got more high card points than we have. Right. So we've got a 4-4-3-2. 14 count. I'm intending to follow the robots bidding system, at least for the first 6 boards, and see where it gets us. That doesn't mean that I won't be talking about and making adjustments to the evaluation of the hands. I'll certainly talk about good 14 points and things like that. But one thing I wanted to say before we start, actually, is in the past I've had comments that say that I'm doing these videos at the right sort of speed. But I had more recently at least one comment saying that I'm going a bit slow. So it may be that the people who are watching these videos are improving and would like me to go a bit faster than I do. So they're aimed at, players who are not beginners, but who are improvers, the people who are wanting to get better. And so I'm being very explicit, going about the counting and so on, and going more slowly. So I'd like you, if you can, put something in the comments about the pace at which I go through these videos, whether you find it the right sort of pace for you, or whether I should be quicker or slower. And then I can take account of that. Thank you. So this is a 14-point hand. The 9s and 10s, well, that 9's not of use, but this 9 and 10 are in the right sort of place. They're supporting the other honours. And it's not 4-3-3-3, it's 4-4-3-2 shape. So, and you might think the weak doubleton makes it less good for no trumps. I think it makes it more good. This is right on the borderline of whether we would upgrade this to being worth 15 points. A 5-card suit would definitely put it on the side of the 15s. But the fact that we haven't got any honours in the short suits, they're all in the longer suits. It's close. I mean, plenty of people open it 1 diamond, but I'm going to open this 1 no trump. I'm not really violating the robot system. I think this is a good 14 points. Clubs, Damon, 2 spades. That's my 4-card major, 4 spades. So we'll see whether my evaluation has come out correctly and whether it's made any difference. All right. So we do have a 4-card spade fit. This ace of spades lead is good for us. We may not have another spade loser now, unless the spades are 4-1. The hearts are there. So we'll have 1 heart loser, and we can throw our club loser on the hearts, and diamonds, we should be able to ruff at least 1. So let's play low on this first trick. They're probably going to carry on with spades, looking at those diamonds and dummy. No, they want to go for clubs. Well, that's interesting. This 3 suggests that they have long clubs. So maybe 4 clubs, and that the honours are split. They don't have queen jack, but this looks like low from 3 or 4 to an honour. So the honours may be split. So I'm going to play low now and see what we get from this hand. We get the queen. Now the robot had queen and jack. They would play the jack. They're religious about that. And it's the correct defensive play. To do that, to tell partner, but sometimes you need to mix it up in order to deceive the declarer. So as declarer, I'm going to win the ace, not the king, because if East had the ace, they'd have put the had ace queen, they'd have put the ace up, not the queen. So West knows that I don't have the ace, but if East had king queen, they would play the queen and not the king. So I'm going at the ace, and that'll leave West not knowing where the queen is. Right. Am I going to just test the spades? Probably. I'll test one spade. I don't think I can afford to do that. There we go. They're 4-1. The Jack's on that side. They've got Jack 9 or Jack 8 now. So they've got a spade trick. So we can't afford to lose any more tricks. So it's time now not to play any more spades, but to play the heart. It looks as though this is going to lose to the ace on our right. Yep. And the 8 of clubs comes. We're going up because we know the Jack's there. So now we're looking at producing an end play against East. We want East to win trick 11 when they've got 2 cards left, and we want that to be either 2 diamonds or 2 spades. I want it to be a spade, in fact. So let's see, what can I do here? I want to get this hand to win a spade, and I need entries to dummy to do it. I need to get rid of this 4th heart in dummy. I want East, when they win the Jack of spades, only to have diamonds left in their hand, so that they have to lead a diamond away. And if I guess right in putting in the queen or the 10, I will not lose a diamond trick. So I've won the clubs. So what I want to do is to throw this club on the Jack of hearts. And then I need to ruff a heart, draw a trump, and exit to this hand, but I can't actually manage that. So I'm going to have to hope that they have to win. They're going to have to follow. And in fact, I need to ruff a club in dummy, don't I, as well? Right. So what I can actually, I have to ruff the, I'm going to throw the club away here, so I have to ruff the club here. Right. So I'm going to have to hope that East only has 3 hearts, leave a heart in dummy. Am I still okay? I don't think I am. I'm just short of an entry to dummy to throw the lead to East, which is what I really want to do. What? So we're now in this hand. Lead a heart. And the Jack of hearts. So East's followed, getting rid of the club. So now my idea is I can ruff the club, and East has 3 clubs, 4 spades, 3 hearts. They'll be left with 3 diamonds. But I'm still not in a position to end play them. One possibility is to play the East has their 4 spades, 3 hearts, 2 clubs, and 4 diamonds. And then to play ace of diamonds and a die, basically to, if I ruff the club, so that looks like the only chance I've really got to make it. If I play Ace of diamonds, diamond to the king. No, they just exit and wait for their spade trick. So I think I'm one down here. I don't think there's an alternative way of doing it, but right. No, I don't think there's an alternative way of doing it. So I think East has got a third club, so I'm going to. They don't. I have a diamond, right. I have to rough this, otherwise win. So East very likely does have a fourth heart. They've got Jack X of spades. So there's a chance if I draw one round of trumps and then play a diamond, East will be in and be able to cash a heart and the Jack of spades. And maybe come to a diamond as well. No, I don't think it's an alternative to cashing the Queen of Spades at this point. And now we need to think about who might have something in diamonds. East initially was a passed hand, but they haven't turned up with that many points. They had the Queen of Clubs, the Ace of Hearts, that's 6. We know they got the Jack of Spades, that's 7. So even the King of Diamonds wouldn't be enough for them to have an opening bid. So, and West has turned up with hardly any points. Well, that does mean that we're only going to lose 1 diamond, but then we've got a heart loser and a trump loser. But we'll play the 9 of diamonds, which I think is going to be won by this hand. And they play the club. Right, so we think East would over rough this. We got to rough, East's going to over rough and then cash a heart. %39%. So everybody's in 4 spades is 1 got out for 1 off. Most people are in 4 spades, but obviously you did better not to be. So if you open, did these people open 1 diamond? Yeah, even people who opened 1 diamond got to 4 spades. So it wasn't the evaluation of the hand. It was actually this nasty 4-1 break. But I'm sure that there's a way of getting out for 1 down. Let's have a look at double dummy. And they led the Ace of Spades, which should lead to 1 down. So I probably shouldn't have cashed that second spade to test them. I should just have assumed they were 4-1 and played on that basis. Anyway, there was a fair bit of counting to try and see, but we just did. I would have had more entries if I hadn't cashed a round of spades to try and get an end play, which I think is what could have happened. Anyway, East has opened a diamond on board 2, and we've got 16 points. I think in the robot system, 1 heart can be up to 16 points here. Yeah, 17 points, in fact. In England, this would be verging on being too strong to overcall, and we'd need to double first. But on the robot system, I can bid a heart. This shows a good heart raise. They got 10 plus total points, 3 hearts. Well, we've got to go to game here with 17, 16. Even with the 2 diamond losers off the top, only 1. But so this hand has opened the bidding East. Partners turned up with 9 points. We've got our 16. That's 25. So that's 15. If West had the ace of clubs, that would leave East with 11. They might just open the bidding with 11, but they've only got king, queen of diamonds. The diamond suit isn't that fantastic. So I think that East has got the ace of clubs. And I'm going to play on that basis. So we're going to lose a diamond. We haven't got a spade loser. The king, queen of spades take care of those. We expect the ace of clubs to be right, which leaves us with 2 club losers. And we can get rid of that club, extra club, in 2 ways. We can throw it on the 4th round of spades, if that's good, if the 9 of spades is good, if the jack 10 have gone or they break 3-3, or we can rough it in dummy. Sadly, we can't test the 2 different alternatives. Clearly, we want hearts to break 3-2, otherwise we're in some difficulty, because we'll have a heart loser to go with a diamond loser and club loser. Jack of diamonds is led. This hand could have king, queen to 6 with enough points, so we're not, in which case this would be a singleton they could overtake and give them a rough. Is that a disaster? Not really. If they rough, they rough. We can throw a club subsequently on the ace of diamonds, and if they are roughing, they might well have 4 hearts and be roughing with a natural trump trick. So since I've got to lose a diamond anyway, I'm going to lose this one. They have overtaken. They may have 6. They don't. They only have 5. So no, my 9 is some kind of threat, because we've seen jack, queen, king. They've only got the 10 that's higher than the 9, and we've seen the 7 as well. So they've got 10-8. So we're going to win this one. And we're immediately... Well, there's the danger now of playing a club, is that they will get their diamond rough. They will lead a low diamond and they'll get their diamond rough, which will be, but that would only be, I'll be throwing a club away on that. Right, I'm going to play the 3 of clubs now. There's the ace. The 10 of diamonds they've played. Right, that's interesting, because that sets up the 9 of diamonds to discard a club. So I can afford 1 heart loser now. So the question is, do I just throw the 9 of clubs away and let this hand rough? And if they got 4 hearts, that means they're just roughing with a natural trump trick. They can't give this hand a rough at all. So yeah, I'm going to throw the 9 of clubs away. This is making sure of 4 hearts, but I've given up on the chance of an over trick. Of course, they didn't rough. That was silly of me. Now I am going to go down. I misplayed that entirely. Yeah. I may well be going 2 down now. I'm sorry, that was a complete misplay, of course. And I'm going to go 2 down when I could have got out for 1 down and maybe made it. Right, let's just play winners. We've got quite a bit to catch up now. This will be very close to 0. 14%. Yeah. Other tables, 4 hearts -1. Some people made 4 hearts. I should make 4 hearts there. Got lots of alternative ways of making 4 hearts. And roughing the 3rd round of clubs in dummy is a possibility. Right, so a lot to catch up now. So we got an 11 count with one spade. Now, I've spoken before about the rule of 15. So if you're fourth in hand after 3 passes, you should add up your points and your spades. And if they don't come to 15, you should pass, because the points will be evenly divided if it's gone pass round to you and you haven't got a clear-cut opening bid. Then you know the points are evenly divided and the side with spades is going to win. Here, obviously, we're first in hand, but because we know ours is the best hand, nobody's got more than the 11 points that we have. This is quite a nice 11 points, but partner's not going to turn up with 12 or 13, so we can make a game in hearts. And where are all the spades? I mean, partner might have them, but then we've got a misfit, or the robots might have them. There's a good chance if I pass, the hand will get passed out. It might not, because they've got a lot of spades between them. But so I'm actually going to pass here. I suppose you could regard that as gaming the system, playing this particular type of bridge. Okay, I won't. I'll bid what the robot would like me to bid. 1 heart. We'll probably get a bad score out of it. 1 no trump. They don't have spades. But I am going to bid 2 diamonds. I'd rather play in a red suit. And they go to 3 hearts. So they've got a limit raise in hearts. 3 hearts and 10 to 12 points. So I'm now going to pass that. I'm obviously not going to game. We don't have enough for game. But we may beat and the 9 of diamonds is good lead. The people, they've got a 9-card spade fit. So to do here, I'm certainly going to put the 10 on to encourage the king. There we go. So we don't have a diamond loser now. We have 1 club loser, 1 spade loser. Right. Well, we may as well turn our attention to trumps. Play them in the usual way, which is 8 ever, 9 never. So if you have 8 trumps, you should finesse for the queen. And they have a trump winner. And we're still all right, aren't we? Our diamonds are all good. We've just got a knockout. We'll keep the king of hearts there. And just as an entry to dummy, although the 8 of diamonds is knock out the ace of clubs. Do we want to draw a trump? Because the 8 of diamonds is an entry, we can afford to draw this trump. So they got 1 trump winner left, but we've got 2. So even if they draw a trump when they win the ace of clubs, and they can't because this hand's 1, but they're going to lead a spade now. No, a diamond. I'm happy to let, and they're going to ruff with their winning trump, and now they're going to cash a spade. But now my diamonds are good, my club's good, and I've got a trump. I can claim 10 tricks. Did anybody bid 4 hearts? Well, that's worth 78.6%. Somebody did bid and make 4 hearts, but we beat the people who passed out and the people who passed 1 no trump. Passing 1 no trump's got to be silly. They know they've got, partner would have bid 1 spade with 4 spades. So you've got 1 spade, partner can't have more than 3. So you know that the opponents have that spade fit. So you definitely want to bid 2 diamonds. So 1 heart by East. And here we are with 16 points and 6 spades. This hand on the king of hearts looks like it's well placed. This hand is just too strong to overcall. Although the robot would say 8 to 17 high card points. It's worth more than that. We need to double and then bid spades to show partner we've got a strong hand. We can make game opposite very little in partner's hand, so we're going to double. One no trump by West, so West probably has something in spades. So it's 2 to 3 spades and everything. 7 to 10 high card points. We're strong enough now to bid 2 spades. Partner raises to 3. 4 to 6 total points, 3 plus spades. Well, there's no guarantee they got an ace. We're missing 3 aces and we could lose another trick somewhere. So passing has got to be the right thing. We've got, I say, we're the minimum for our action, really. We could have 18 points from what we've done, in which case we could be bidding game. But we'll stay in 3 spades now. Even if we get 170, that should be a good score. So partner's got 1 ace. The Queen of Hearts is led from here, which is a good sign because we've got 21 points. Because there's 5 in dummy. So they've got 19. And if we look at the auction, East opened the bidding and repeated hearts. So that mean they got 6? Yes, they got 6 hearts. 6 plus hearts. And the one no trump bid is 7 to 10 high card points. So, well, we know they've only got 19 and East opened the bidding. So that shows 12. So West has got 7 high card points and East has 12. The robots tend to stick fairly closely to these values. So there's a chance our King of Hearts can get roughed on the second round if East has 7, because you can see that we've got 5, so they've got 8 between them. The Queen of Hearts being in the West hand means that there's another 5 points there. And we have to hope that it's not the Ace of Clubs. But we'll see. The Ace of Hearts, we're getting another heart, the Jack of Hearts. 8, 3. So East probably has the 10 of Hearts. That was probably a doubleton. Yeah. So I certainly want to rough that heart. I don't want, I'm hoping if trumps are 2-2, I can do some kind of end play on East. I'm winning the Ace of Spades. I'm going to rough the 9 of Hearts high, because I know this hand's roughing, because we knew this hand had 6 hearts, but equally everybody followed to the first round of spades, and we had 6 spades and 3 spades. That's 9. So they only had 4, and both of them followed. So they've only got no more than 2 left. If they're 2-2, no. So we can't now just leave a trump out and exit to East, because East will play a heart and promote the 10 of spades in this hand. So we have to draw it. So East can now play hearts safely. So I'm going to exit with the 2 of diamonds. If West wins, they don't have any hearts, so they're going to have to play clubs or diamonds. So they've won the Jack Queen. I'm going to win that. Looks like I'm going 1 down here. is the third round of diamonds, so I'll play the 10. This hand's going to win the king and exit with a heart. And didn't drop the queen. I can still exit with a heart. And the queen was there. 3.6%. So if you overcalled one spade, you did well. But I should make 3 spades. So halfway through and a long way to catch up. So how should I make 3 spades? Show double dummy. I certainly should make it. So let's see where I went wrong. All right. Oh, sorry, next. The Queen of Hearts. No real choice about what to do up to here. Now I'm on lead. I can lead a diamond, but leading a trump is fine. I have to lead the club at this point while I'm in dummy. I have to use dummy's entry to play a club towards the ace. That's what I needed to do. Right. I should have thought longer at that point in time. Right. Back to that hand. So that's 2 hands I've misplayed this time. Can't blame the robot spinning system for it. 14 points, 6 clubs. We've got to open a club. A diamond. So now let's get our 4-card major in. 2 no trumps and only a balanced invite. 11 high card points. Well, we got a 6-card suit. We got spade stop. They don't have 4 hearts with us, so we can just 3 no trumps is the obvious contract. We hope to be able to run a lot of club tricks. Right, and they've led a diamond round to there. So we've got 9 clubs between us. So they've got 4. And how many entries do we have to dummy? Not many. So when we have 9 trick cups, missing the king and queen, basically they can split 4-0, but not very often. More often than not, they will break 3-1. And that's, well, only slightly more than not. About 50% of the time, they're going to break 3-1, just over 50%. 40% of the time, they'll break 2-2. And then less than 10% of the time, they'll break 4-0. So if the clubs break 4-0, I'm in a fair bit of trouble. But the but if they're 3-1 and the singleton, there's a 50% chance the singleton will be one of the honors because there are 2 honors, king, queen, and 2 low cards. So in which case playing the ace will hold my losers to 1 club. If they're 2-2, there's always just 1 club loser. Playing the ace loses, of anything loses when they're 4-0. Playing the ace loses when they're 3-1 and the singleton is a low card. So that's half the time when they're 3-1 and they're 3-1, round about 50% of the time. So that's 25% of the time. The rest of the time, something like 70%, just under, we'll just have 1 loser. So there isn't, and if we were to take two finesses, if we could, the odds wouldn't be much different. So we're leading this diamond. That will give us a discard from dummy. But what I'm going to do is win in dummy and finesse the jack of hearts, because if it loses, the queen of hearts will be an extra entry to dummy. And because while I'm in dummy, I've got to take some kind of finesse, and I don't think it's not worth taking the club finesse, because if you take it once, you need to repeat it to win in the situation where there are king, queen, doubleton on this side. So I'm just going to go for the route of playing the ace of clubs when it comes to playing clubs. So I'm going to win that trick. I could have thought about ducking it in the hope that they'd switch, but I'm just going to lead the six of hearts. The jack, and that wins. So now I'm going to bang out the ace of clubs, hoping the nine of clubs will end up being an entry. So are clubs 2-2? Yes, so the nine of clubs is now an entry to dummy. So is the queen of diamonds. So I don't know how many diamonds anybody's got. I'm going to exit, duck a heart, duck this heart, nine of diamonds. What are they going to do to switch? Because I've still got an entry to dummy that's safe. We had 5 heart diamonds here, one in this hand. This hand has the long diamonds. They might have 5, but more likely to have 4 and 3. But when we've always got a heart loser. The danger is if I win the queen of diamonds and take my spade finesse, it loses, then they've still got a diamond to come back and they cash 2 diamond tricks. Question is, this 9 of diamonds has appeared. Well, would they have played that? Because it looks as though this hand has the 10 of diamonds. East is a passed hand. But West's West passed. West turned up. East turned up with the king of hearts, we think, because the finesse won. They didn't have the king of diamonds. They have the jack of diamonds. They had one of the king, queen of clubs. So either of them could have the king of spades. The thing is, if I win the queen of diamonds, take a spade finesse, and it works, then I've just got one more loser, and I'm making +2. If I duck this trick, but if I take the finesse and it loses, and this hand has a 3rd diamond, then they'll play that when they win the king of spades, and this hand will have a diamond still to cash, and I'll be held to exactly 9 tricks. If I duck the queen of diamonds, and this hand has 3 diamonds, and the spade finesse loses, I'll still be able to untangle all the entries, I think. Although it's quite difficult if they switch back to a heart. Yes. This 9 of diamonds is interesting. Why do they play the 9? And why is this led jack of diamonds? Would they have led from a 4-card suit rather than a 5-card suit? I'm going to think they've got 5 diamonds. After all, my partner bid diamonds. So I think they've got 5 of them. And this hand has 2, and therefore I can win the diamond and finesse the spade. And that's all right. Now, the jack of spades is a winner. It's an entry to dummy. Jack 5 of spades. The heart position is that there's the king. We think East has the king. They may have the 10 as well. And if they're the one with the long spades, they're certainly the one with the long diamonds, we may be able to produce a squeeze. So we're in our hand. No harm in running the clubs now. Staying in our hand, not using up our entries. That's a spade thrown and a diamond thrown. Another spade thrown. We're going to play a diamond here. And a heart. We only need to keep one diamond in dummy. That's a third spade that's gone. So they've got one diamond left. If they've got king 10 of hearts and long spades, I'll throw the diamond, they'll throw a diamond. No, they've kept a diamond and thrown a spade. Okay, let's see what happens on the ace of hearts. Queen. There's the king, but the 10 of hearts is still out. So we're going to play the 9 of spades over to the jack. There's their winning diamond, and there's a win. They've got their winning heart, and West has the winning spade. Yeah, but 92% is okay. We were right in thinking this hand only had 2 diamonds, so even the spade finesse had lost, we'd have come up with 10 tricks. Getting back nearer average, board 6, we've got 18 points, which the robot says we should open one of a minor and then rebid 2 their trumps. But this is not a very nice 18 points. The 2 10s are quite nice, and the 9 backing up this 10 is good, but really, I don't think I want. I think I'm going to try 1 no trump here. This is a slight underbid. But, well, we've underbid. We'll see whether that works out well. My partner only has 3 tricks, so if we'd opened a diamond, partner would have passed. So we'd have been playing in 1 diamond. Now we're playing in 1 no trump. King of diamonds is led. I think we'll take the ace because we don't want them to be playing switch to clubs. We got these 3 aces and 3 spades. So we've got at least 6 tricks. There's a good chance the 10 of spades will come good if the jack is doubleton or the spades are 3-3. We've also got 4 hearts. So I'm going to win the ace of diamonds. And I'm going to duck a heart straight away. Maybe they'll set up the 4th round. Ah, no, they are going to switch to clubs. But that was interesting, that heart trick. Jack and queen went. So where's the king of hearts? Because if it's in this hand, we've got a finesse position against it. They switched to clubs. They've overtaken with the queen. So it's possible they got king, queen, doubleton. Did anybody, they passed before it started. We've got plenty of losers. So there's no reason not to duck this trick. The queen of clubs mean the king of clubs is in this hand. Maybe it's doubleton. And they swapped to the 6 of hearts. Excellent. Now we're in business. They could be cashing a lot of diamonds if we play low on this, but just keep an entry to dummy. They are cashing a lot of diamonds. Oh well. So we're going one down. Uh, only 17.9%. So let's see. If I'd gone up with the ace of hearts, how would we have done? What are the tables doing? People making one no trump. Oh, wait. Did they open one no trump? Yeah. People evaluated it correctly, I think. So let's see. Once again, if I went up with the ace of hearts, would that have been it? Let's play to the point where they play a heart through me. There. So I make it if I go up with the ace of hearts and cash. And the spades break 3-3, so we can just cash out. But and this hand didn't play diamonds because they had the singleton. Maybe I should have thought about that. But they then didn't carry on with clubs because the clubs were blocked. Now, right. Well, at least I've been counting things correctly, I think. Hopefully you found that useful, even if I haven't played correctly having done so. So although the collection of aces, 15 points, but this is not a no trump type hand. This look aces and kings, we generally want to play in a suit, and it's queen, jack, 10 nines. We want to play no trumps. So this is a one heart opening. We're not going to open an off center one no trump. One spade from partner, and we'll just bid out our shape. 2 diamonds, 2 hearts. Now they've only got 6 to 9 points. They're just giving preference back to hearts. This is not encouraging. We're just going to stay where we are. This should be the bidding at every table. That's a nice lead. And we're going to put the jack in. See if we can get the queen. Yeah. That's given us a couple of entries to dummy. And we plan to take diamond finesses with them, hoping that one of these to the king queen of diamonds is in the east hand. But for hearts, the best play now is to play from hand towards the queen. Looks like they don't have the king. Robot, I think, would usually go up with the king in this situation. It's much more like, you know, if it were human beings who were capable of playing low in tempo, then playing the queen wins if this hand has the king, but the 9 wins if they have the jack and the 10. But obviously then it's twice as likely that they have one particular card than 2 particular cards. But I'm so convinced that they don't have the king, but I'm going to play the 9. Expect to lose to the jack or the 10. The jack. So the 10 is here. 6 of spades to the ace. I'm going to now they didn't have the king. I'm sure the 10 is here. So now I'm going to trump this spade. 10 of hearts is here. So I'm not going to draw a trump quite yet, because if this hand has 2 trumps left, remember We had 5, dummy had 2, that's 7, so they've got 6, and we've seen 4 of them because they follow to 2 rounds, so they've still got 2 left, and this one's got the 10 because East won with the Jack, and they would have won with the 10 if they had Jack 10, so they might have 10 and another one. So, and we expect them to win the first round of diamonds because we're planning to take a diamond finesse. We're going to the ace of clubs. And we're going to take a diamond finesse, which we expect to lose. And it didn't. Right. So now, so this hand is the one that's going to win a diamond trick. So we can play the ace of hearts, and in fact, they're splitting. Let's play the 7 of spades. I knew they were splitting as soon as the 10 appeared because the 10 and 5 were missing, and if they had 10-5, they'd play the 5. So we can now cross to dummy's 10 of clubs. 9, 10. Right. So the clubs haven't broken. West still has a club. So what we're interested in really is the 10 of diamonds. So we're still missing. We started with 7 diamonds. So they started with 6. They got 4 left, and we're missing king 10. No, not the 10. King 8. And if they're 3-3, it doesn't matter which card we play from dummy. Sorry, we're missing king, queen, 8. And if they're, and so it's the 8 that matters because that might win the 4th round of the suit. And if this hand just has king, queen left, it doesn't matter. But if they're king, queen, 8 left, it doesn't matter either. They're always going to make the 8. So we may as well lead the Jack. Two, it looks as though this hand's got king 8s left. They do. So making 9 tricks in hearts is worth 85.7%. We might get up to 50% if we carry on at this rate. This hand, next hand. So somebody made 2 hearts plus 2. Lots of people were just held to 2 hearts. I'm not sure, could I have led a low diamond and they would have put in there the king, queen. Yes, I could have led a low diamond. That might have got us an extra trick. Right. 7 and 5, 12. Well, we have the spades. 2 spades. Well, we're a minimum, very flat hand. We don't want to go any further. Opponents might bounce. No. Right. Okay. Certainly didn't want to go any further. We've got 2 diamond losers. 2 heart losers, 2 club losers. Possibly a spade loser. Three of clubs. Looks like they got 4 clubs or 3 clubs, in which case the other one's got 3 or 4. There's really no point in holding up. Unless they get them to switch, which would be advantageous. So yes, let's see if we can persuade them to switch, because we'd like to be able to get to dummy's queen of clubs. Having got to the ace there to dummy, I've got to use dummy's entry to take the spade finesse. Right, and I could either lead low on the grounds that that will then make the 10 a subsequent entry to get to the Queen of Diamonds, even if the spade finesse loses. I think that's what I've got to do. Hope, to some extent, hope that the spade finesse loses. It does, right. So now the 10 of spades is an entry. They're going to cash their club trick, but they're probably going to switch to hearts now. The Queen. Right, we have to hope there's King X in this hand and they fail to unblock. I think. They did unblock. They did have King X or King Singleton possibly and unblocked. Am I going to draw trumps on the grounds that they're always going to cash their 2 hearts and we don't want to give them a ruff? Yes, I am. It looks like we're playing for 1 down here. Right. 1 trump out. And always ruff high. Yeah. I'm going to see if they make a mistake. Doesn't look like it. No. Ace of spades. You may as well draw trumps. We're going to be 2 off, aren't we? Oh, well, what did the others manage to stop in? 2 spades minus 2 is what lots of people did. Some people got 1 off, got out for 1 off in 2 spades. Be interesting to see how they did that. Let's just have a quick look at one of them. See what if I did anything wrong or whether view a link. So what does Gibb think? Should always be 2 off unless they lead something silly. 3 of clubs. Take the ace. They play the king. 2 of diamonds. So you're setting up, you're not giving up on the spade finesse and setting up the diamonds early. And we're out for 1 off. So where do the robots go wrong? So they should always, playing the 6 of diamonds was fine. Playing the 9 was wrong. It's just, yeah. Oh, well, the robots then made a mistake, but they could always have got it 2 off. Yeah. So, well, that was a possibility. Give up on the spade finesse, play diamonds early and play for the king of spades to be an entry to throw a heart away. But the robots actually let you make the diamond earlier. So I hope the counting was useful. I don't think the card play was particularly useful to you. I'm sure most of you beat me. If you played these hands before you came to see me talking about them, and that's always the best way to go. To play this hand first. It's the same hands all week from Friday onwards. Play them first and then come and hear me talk through them. But I certainly did very badly this week. Hopefully you did do better. And you can always put stuff in the comments if you want about the best way to play things. But also particularly this week, as I say, I'd like any comments about the pace at which I go through these hands, whether you think it's right or I'm too slow or too fast. But thanks for watching and we'll see you next week. Thanks very much. Bye.